Are you asking me that now already?
Yeah, I've asked you.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were telling me what you were going to ask and then you're going to ask me. Can you sort your face out? Because it's the energy for me. I need the hype. Ask me nicely.
I did ask you nicely. Just answer the goddamn question.
God, that's an attack for me.
You just relax with your headphones from 2012. Hey team, welcome to another episode of Step Siblings. My name is Lance.
Hey everyone, I'm Ria and we are back at it with another episode of Step Siblings. So this is week 5.
Damn.
Oh, we're in week 5. I can't believe it. We are. So anyways, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the week. What is your highs and your lows?
Okay. I love that we always start with highs and lows because this week I've had many highs, but I also have had many lows. My low for this week would have to be, I'm really wearing my heart on my sleeve right now, and I'm opening up about this a little bit more. But I suffer from the island's disease of gout.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. There's nothing to be ashamed of, Paul. Don't ever bring it down like that.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not ashamed about it. And I think I want to talk more about the situation, and especially because with us islanders who get a lot of it as well, it seems to be frowned upon, but it's a real thing. Like, I had the gout episode on Thursday and probably didn't get out of it until maybe Saturday morning. So I call it the rich man's disease because when you have too much iron, which you get in like rich foods like salmon or fish and stuff like that, that's when it triggers you. And it also triggers you if you drink alcohol or like just yeasty and salty kind of foods.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so when I woke up on Thursday morning, I was like, oh hell no, I'm not walking today. And then, so I called up my doctor, I got pills, I went on a cycle for 2 days, and then I started coming to on Saturday. So last week, I set myself a goal to do 50 Ks. Unfortunately, I only got up to 37. So I still did 17 Ks in the week, which was kind of a record for me still. Because
that's good.
Yeah, I was only doing 5 kilometers a week, but last week I did 17 and then had to rest. I was in charge of our workout on Saturday. And so I was like, nah, I'm not going to be that person that lets the team down. So I still went down, limping along to Crown Park. And because I was in charge, I just treated it like I was taking a full-on F45 class, and I was so proud when I looked out at my 50 years and they were all just like dead on the ground at the end of it. I was like, you have just done your first ever F45 class. Congratulations, give yourself a round of applause. And they were all just like, thank you. Yeah. I think for my high though for the week would have to be the fact that I did 17 Ks still, even though I couldn't reach my goal of 50 kilometers, but hey, we've still got 3 more weeks until we have to do the 150.
Yeah.
And I guess like a high not related to the challenge is that Auckland got to go back to a little bit of normality, so the fade be looking fresh.
Yes. He be looking fresh.
Anyways, technical difficulties. How was your week, boo boo?
Okay. Honestly, I was really excited for this episode because honestly, last week, like I said, the last episode was a hard one, and I kind of went into this week's my mindset was like, if shit up, and I really think I did this past week. Like I'm so proud of myself. I weighed myself. I don't want to say the numbers, like how much I'd be weighing right now, but I've lost like almost 10, like 9.5 maybe. Yeah, 9.5. And honestly, well, when I saw those numbers on the scale, I cried because I was like, I wasn't even expecting that. Honestly, I was expecting like 4 kgs, 5. And then I saw it and I was like, no. And then I took the battery out and I put it back in because I was like, no, this is like the hell. And then I stood on it and I was like, so after I weighed myself, that really put me on a high for the rest of my week. And I took your advice with the alarm, and I've been drinking 3 liters a day. Like, yeah. Like, honestly, well, like, I love drinking water now. The week has been good. These are my highs.
I'm so proud of you. That's so good. Like, and also, just in saying that, like, isn't it funny how the last time we did this challenge, it was like, I want to weigh myself every week to see that number, like, going down. But when you just make it a lifestyle and you're just like, no, this is how I'm just going to ease my way into a new lifestyle, you get on, you shock yourself. And also, yeah, that's probably, I'm going to just take away from your thunder a little bit as well. But we did our first mid weigh-in as well, and that's probably one of my highs as well, is I've officially lost 5 kgs. Like, you know how it was like when I told you last week.
Yeah, you're like, why these numbers not moving?
Yeah, and then when I checked it out, I was like, okay, something's working. Yes.
That's amazing, especially having that setback that you had in the week, right? That's amazing.
What's your low, boo?
I don't think I have a low, boo. Like, I'm coming into this, like, I was really excited for this. Like, I don't have a low, like, eating wise. I've been onto it. I've been going for walks like twice a day, in the morning and in the evenings, and then I'll do like YouTube like workouts, just the little ones when I can. I've been doing the Zooms. Yeah, so I can't really think of any lows at the moment. I think though it's because I haven't gone back home. So I was like, nah, you know what I mean? Yeah, because when I go home, there's always like that, you know. But I was just like, nah. Like after I weighed myself, I was like, nope, not going home. And I think it's just like set myself up for the week, and I will go back home in the weekend.
Yeah.
But like my mindset and everything is like, yeah, all set. So I'm not gonna let those not get distracted, and that I will let myself have like certain things, but I mean week 6 is next week, so you know, gotta keep going.
Yeah. Hey Paul, I wanted to try something different this week.
Let's go.
With our Talanoa. So obviously we're gonna be doing reviews and stuff like that down the line, because this is a podcast that I want to carry on for a long time. But I told you to watch a movie last week, Tick Tick Boom.
I did! Are we talking about that right now?
So obviously in our first episode, we talked about how me and Ria are both performers and we're part of the arts industry. And maybe 2 weeks ago, I watched the movie Tick Tick Boom on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend everyone to go out and watch it. But it really does like show you the journey of an artist and how mental health can really affect us as artists. And yeah, and I got Ria to watch it, and on Sunday she sends me a message. She's just having a cry to herself.
Honestly, yeah, let's touch base on it. I think most people, well, who do watch, I don't think they know how crazy it is for us, for like, you know, being performing artists, and how much that really means to us. So like Jonathan Larson, his whole journey, I feel like we're on that journey at the moment, and there's been so many setbacks, and I just feel like, and his breakdowns and everything, like the 9 to 5 and like giving into that and all that whatnot, like I can relate to it 100%, like wanting to do this, but then I was like, oh, but I have to, like, you know, obviously work my 9 to 5, but I want to chase this, and like it's just like the benefit of the doubt, and then like people not believing you, and then having that one person believe in you, and like, yeah, it's just so inspiring. And I cried several times during that, because I was just like, I remember our conversations that we had, you know, about like the study and stuff, and I was like, like, what am I doing? Like, man, if Jonathan can do it, we so can. And I think, yeah, it was such a good movie. Like,
I think another thing that I was really inspired by is how he keeps talking about like reaching the age of 30 and then like not having anything to prove that you've gotten to this point.
Yeah.
And it makes me want like, and then like he writes this show or this musical, which is like big imagination for him, spends 8 years composing it, and then when he finally shows it, like everyone was like, wow, that was amazing, but
Can't
on
wait
to
for
the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like hearing those words, like we go through rejection a lot as artists. So like we'll go to an audition, we sit around for like 3 weeks with anxiety, just waiting to hear back. And when the news does come back that you've got a call back or that you didn't make it, it really makes you mentally unstable. And
for
as
real.
as I've realized with my health journey as well, those are some of the triggers that make me just like binge eat. So when I get like, for those of you who are out there who don't know, I graduated from Toi Whakaari 2 years ago.
Period.
Hence why I've got the t-shirt.
I love that.
And you know, one thing that they don't teach you while you're at drama school is how to handle rejection. And I think it's important to have a healthy lifestyle for you to be able to get all those setbacks, because that's just, if you look at it in a mental way of, yeah, this is not how I wanted it to go, but think about the next one, it could be your opportunity to shine. That's gonna push you harder and make you stay sane in this industry that we're in. So yeah, I loved that movie. I thought it was a good like reminder, especially for us too.
I was like, yeah, and honestly, like the reason why it was such a like for me, it made me so emotional watching that, because I think out of all the years that I've ever done music theatre, I think this year has been the hardest for me. Like coming off Mary Poppins, I was like, yes, you know, like Civic, yes, come on, opportunities. And this year has been a year of rejections for me, and mentally, yeah, like what you said before, it really does fudge you up in the head. And for me, it started like, for me, when I don't handle rejection really well, especially when it comes to like career and stuff. And then it just started like self-doubt started happening, and then comparisons, and then like just like seeing other people who are just as talented succeed in things that I want to do, and like I'm so happy for them, because you know, like super talented, but then like not making it, and like just I don't know, it's definitely been hard, and I think that's another reason why I've gone on social media as well. I told you that before. I told Plants to cut that out from our first episode, but you know what, since we're going there, let's go there. And honestly, like being on, and just going back to the whole social detoxing, I think I'm in such a much better place. I've been listening to this podcast that actually is like, you know, like I'm my only competition. It also just reminded me, like being on the social media detox, that you know, there's only one Ria in this world, which is me. I should only be like fighting to be better than the person that I was before, and that you know, rejection is a redirection. Things happen for a reason, and that I shouldn't be so hard on myself, and I should just be like, cool, on to the next. What can I do better?
Yeah.
And so in the 5 weeks that I've been on there, I've definitely come to realize all of that, and know that, you know, I'm a bad bitch, and bitches ain't shit. No, but just really appreciate me.
And it reminds me of the scene in Tick Tick Boom where sorry, spoiler alert, but where Jonathan goes to Michael after the showing of his show, and he's crying, and he's like, I want to come work for you, I want to work as in advertising, I want to do this. And then the line that Michael says to him is, do you know how many artists there are out there in New York City? And do you know how many Jonathan Larsons there are? There's one of you. And it's just like, when he said that I was
resonated with me so hard, man.
Yeah,
it made me realize that, you know, you subconsciously do these things. And for me, I was just like, man, because I was like thinking, why am I so uncomfortable when people give me compliments? And it's because I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Like, I actually don't believe it. And yeah, it's really...
I think that's what I spent the first year of drama school trying to get over, is like, because for those who have gone through drama school, you'd understand this, but you have to do a lot of showing. Like, you have to get up in front of the class and put yourself out there and get critiqued. And like, sometimes I'll get up and the tutor will give me such a good compliment and I don't know how to take it. Like, I'll be like, oh my gosh. And it might be an Islander thing with like, it's just like part of our nature as Islanders.
No,
We've
it
always
is.
been taught to be humble. And
Humble.
yeah, and so sometimes what I would do in some classes is I won't get up at all. Like, I'll just sit there and I'll just wait for everyone else to get up. Really good at giving them feedback. I'll be like, oh my god, the way that you did this or the way that you did that was
Oh my
really great.
God,
It really gave me-
yes.
And then when they're like, Lance, why aren't you getting up? And it's like, I don't
And that's
know.
something I want to break, because we grow up with a lot of these things that we end up subconsciously doing, and sometimes it can be defeating for us because, like, you know, we're missing out on opportunities because we're being humble or
Exactly.
all those things, you know, and it's like annoying when you look back on it, because I can think of so many situations where I've like put others before myself because I'm humble, and then walk away from it and be like, I wish, you know, like, and you know, but some of
I
these
guess-
Polynesians tactics,
Yeah.
toxic, I'm sick of it.
This is what this journey is all about, though. It's self-discovery. Like, we go through a health journey, and it's something that we just need to add to the list. And it's not an energy of boasting or like an energy of being cocky or
Sure.
anything like that. It's just like, do the mahi, get the treats. You know,
Yeah.
if we put in the hard work, we're gonna get praised for it.
Yeah.
So when I lost 5 kgs, I was like, everybody look at the scale right now. I just lost 5 kgs. Can you like,
Yeah. Yeah.
come through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so glad we had that conversation.
What's your hot tip for the week?
I never come prepared for this.
I got a hot tip. I got a hot tip for you. It's the same as the water tip, but it just came to my mind when you were talking about how it makes you full. So, my friend Pali, who's a dancer, she used to tell me that she used to always drink 2 glasses of water before she eats her food. You don't have to scull it, but like
right.
before you're about to have your dinner, if you know you're going to have your dinner in like half an hour, try to drink 2 glasses of water because it makes your stomach already, and then you eat your food, and then it makes you're like full already.
Okay. I reckon that will, because the amount of water I'll be drinking, it makes me not want to eat. Is that healthy though?
Yeah, don't drown yourself.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not drowning. No, I'm not drowning myself, but well, let's go, Boo. This is week 5. We are almost there. We are doing so well. You're looking amazing. Don't get distracted, Boo. Let's just...
Tunnel vision. The end is near. The finish line is in sight.
Well, all right, I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna love and leave you because you've
Yeah.
been busy. But it was great catching up with you, and I can't wait to hear your highs and lows next week.
For next week, yeah. And you bring a topic for next week to talk about, since I brought the
Yeah.
TikTok boom this week.
Yeah, I will.
All right.
Yes, that'd be
Love
great.
you, boo.
Love you, Boo.
But it's
Yes.
you kicking your microphone at the moment.
Oh my god, you can hear that? Sorry guys, thank you for that introduction. I might as well show everybody. As you can see, guys, you're wondering why I'm sounding amazing. It's because she has got a podcast, a microphone that matches the tea. And I didn't know that you could hear my footsteps because it's over here. It's over here. It's far away. But that's how good it is.